Hey guys, Cho here from Profit Audio. Today I want to try something fun and creative and recreate the sound design from this scene from Tron with only using objects from around my house. So what is sound design? Before we get into that, let's talk about the main audio elements of a film. So there's the dialogue, which the actors speak. There's the music, which the composers write. And there's the sound design, which can be broken down into sound effects and the ambience or the room tone. And they can be processed either through synthesis, or you can buy sample packs online and process those, or you could go field recording and record it yourself, which we will be doing today. So let's go find some objects around the house. So for the very first scene, we can see Finn walking, and I've used the tapping recordings I did with my fingers. So pretty basic. I've automated the trim so that the energy is slightly different for each step. So the footsteps are first going to a low pass filter, then to a saturator with a sine wave, just to give a warmer sound, because it's a finger tap. It's a really weak sound, and so that's being thickened up, which is going to an effects rack where it's being parallel processed, where I just wanted the low end to be reverbed, as you can see here. I put the reverb up slightly more than usual because the scene is slow motion. You usually want to give the sense of time being stretched and time being really long. And I think a good way to do that is by exaggerating the reverb decay time. The next part is Finn's first attempt at jumping on a bike, and there's an obvious bass drop that happens. And the best bass source I could find from my sample list was the Dyson vacuum cleaner, which has had a fantastic low-end tail. It's great. I just popped that into a sampler, then pitched it down. Then I just resampled it to a new audio track and did a high cut and really stretched it out as well, because as you heard just then, the tail was pretty short, but I had to lengthen it so it fits to the bike's formation. So by itself, it's just this. So yeah, there's not much processing on this one. That is clean. After that, there's the actual formation of the bike. I started with a reversed zip from my SD card box that I hold it in. It's just literally just a zip that I reversed. Did a bit of transposition, so a pitch envelope from really down to up. Gave really nice, clean gearing sound. That was perfect for the first part of the formation of the bike. So here it is. The next part is the most surprising. That was the manual fan I found at a festival recently, and it's literally just a fan, but the way that it unfolds this motion, it created this amazing sound. I didn't even end up processing it that much. As you can see, there's just a low cut and it's being processed to just a simple delay in the high end, just to give a little bit of spread, because it felt a little boring with just a mono sound. But that's crazy. That's like a transformer noise almost. Then that is mixed with a resampling of a portable fan, and I did 2 copies of it because one is for the actual body of the motorbike, whereas this one is a tail of the bike when the bike goes off, and there's the actual reverb, the stadium. So I wanted to keep that separate processing to the actual main body. Oh, this should be up a little bit. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of an alien quality as well, where you actually shift the pitch from the reverb. Yeah, that sounds much better. So yeah, all together with the bass drop from the start. So the next part is the crowd noise, and this is one of the things I love about this film, other than the soundtrack, that everything's really technical and the crowd noise just comes in and out. It's so synced with the action of the bikes and the music. For the actual creation of the crowd noise, I decided not to use a synthesizer, which I could have easily done, and use white noise to manipulate, maybe with a multiband, to manipulate a crowd, kind of a pause in a stadium this environment's in. But I decided to get a bit silly and record myself about 20 times just saying shit that a normal punter would say. I think I just do chants or just say absolute nonsense. So after recording it multiple times, I fed it through quite a lot of effects. I first went to Redux to kind of lower the quality, because I did record it with this SM57 and it just sounded way too clean to even start with. So I fed it through Redux to just kind of downsample the sound. Then that's being fed to a saturator to make it less clean even more. Then that's being fed to this effects channel that's being sent to an amp simulator to kind of give this higher hissing noise, because you expect from a stadium to have that really high energy sound, because all the low energy is kind of lost because the room is so big and there's all these people talking, and this is what it sounds like. It's not the most convincing, but I think it fits the scene pretty well. For this scene with Finn and his gang with their crazy looking bikes, and even the one after as well, I was thinking a lot about the Doppler effect, where the frequency, the pitch changes as the object moves. So with Finn coming in the middle there, I used a Dyson sound. This time it was a rising sound because he is coming into the shot. The first sound is with a hairdryer. So that's the real body of the engine from the bikes. And the next one is one of the heads of the Dyson vacuum, where you have the, I don't know what you call it, the little brushes that roll, and it gave a really high gearing sound, and that matched with the body made it really sound like a proper engine. And that's kind of dealing with a couple of delays there to give it some spread, since there are a couple of bikes in that shot. And yeah, that's just being delayed a little bit at the end because it does go to a wide shot. So that combined with a Dyson, it sounds like this. So yeah, Finn getting that special sound because he is the main character. So now let's watch the final mix all together. First time without, then with the music. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I certainly had fun making this. Even though I didn't get to use all the samples I recorded, I now have a pretty decent sample library of just random things. So stay tuned for more challenge videos and other content by the Prophet Audio team, and I'll see you next time.